Initially, when I was getting started in my career, when I solved around 769 LeetCode problems, then I realized something strange happened to my brain. So when initially I started like solving the problems, right? So then easy problems seems to looking like it is impossible for me to solve. So today, if I look the same problem, it is just like, okay, this is the pattern I will be using, this is how I will be coding, right? So this is like so easy to code it now. So what is the biggest surprise for me, right? So then actually what I realized, I was solving the LeetCode in not the right way, and what most of the people are doing also nowadays. So in this video, I'm going to share my 3 important learnings that happened after solving all these problems and all these years, right? So we'll be talk about what really happens to our brain when we solve hundreds of LeetCode problems. Then we'll be talking about the biggest mistake that the beginners are doing or makes or do, right? And at the end, we'll understand how many problems exactly you need in order to solve LeetCode problem, right? How many problems you should solve. Because trust me, you may not need the 700 problem, like approximately 700 problem I solved initially, right? So you may not need all these 700 problems. Hey, just about me, I am Bijaya, overall 14 plus year of experience and working as a tech lead in one of the product-based company, and I helped more than 1,000 working professionals to crack product-based company interview. I started my career after my master's and doing the research work at IIT Delhi. So when I started my career, when I started solving this LeetCode, I was thinking that I was a decent programmer and I know arrays, I know loops, I know stack, queue, linked list and all these data structures. But when I opened the LeetCode problem, first LeetCode problem, I was completely stuck. I remember those days where easy problems used to take 60 minutes, 40 minutes, right? So or 1 hour or more than 1 hour even, right? Sometimes I will sit for a problem like 2 hours, but even I will not able to solve that same problem after 2 hours. And the worst part was, I had some friends during that period of time, so who were into the LeetCode, and I see they will solve the same problem in maybe 15 minutes, right? So something like that. During that particular time, I just started thinking like, okay, I am not maybe the smartest one, right? So maybe they are smarter than me. But the first 100 problems were the hardest actually, right? So they felt like a monster for me. But over the period of time, slowly, I started realizing the small patterns between different problems. For example, 2 pointers, right? So some kind of categories of the problem where we use 2 pointers. There are some where we are just doing the sliding window, or in case of sorted array, we need to apply the binary search or detect a cycle, right? So fast pointer, slow pointer, or like it is a DFS or BFS traversal. I started realizing or little bit visualizing about the patterns for different kind of problems. In the initial days, I did not realize, but eventually I realized that, lot of problems are there which are actually similar and which uses the similar kind of patterns or the approach you need to solve it. So there, I started thinking in different way. Then I started liking the problems what I was solving, right? Because it is just this, you are solving the same problem with a different flavors kind of thing. The bigger mistake I was doing, I was solving the problem randomly. I will just go sequentially. I will pick up one problem, then I pick the next problem. When I pick the first problem, so this was like array problem. Second problem is like graph problem. Third problem is like dynamic programming. So that's why I was not able to relate, or I was not able to understand or master any of the thing. I was jumping to here, to there, to there. So it was like learning calculus without knowing the algebra. You know what you mean, right? What I mean. So later point of time, I realized, LeetCode is, you should learn this particular in some sequential natural order, right? For example, you should solve the array first, right? So once you understand the array, then solve the some of the problems related to the patterns of the array, like 2-pointer pattern, what is the sliding window, what is the prefix sum, all these patterns you need to understand. Then maybe let's jump into the maybe linked list, then understand some of the patterns there, right? So then like 2-pointer, fast and slow pointer, then there are different other problems. Then binary search, when to use and all, right? So then maybe tree, then graph, then dynamic programming, then maybe backtracking. So this is the flow you need to follow, and you should go step by step. You should not like jump into one topic to another. Once I started following this particular order, along with that corresponding patterns, then things become very easy. I was also started solving the problem very faster. And just a quick note, if you are a software engineer, want to crack product-based company interview, then go ahead and book a one-to-one call with me, between you and me, where we'll create a personalized roadmap for you how to crack the particular Mang interview. Coming back, I remember, right? So when I solved approximately maybe 300 problems approximately, then something had changed. Then I stopped panicking. When I saw a new problem, then my brain, right? So every time after solving 300 problems, every time it saw a new problem, right? So it will ask the question, which kind of problem it is? Is it a graph problem? Is it a DP problem? Is it a binary search problem? My brain started asking that kind of question. So what changed, right? So instead of solving the problem, I started thinking what kind of pattern this particular problem belongs to, right? That's what this thinking shift happened, right? And believe me, LeetCode is all about this particular skill. It is not about just keep on solving on the problem. Rather, it is just identify the pattern, perfect pattern for that particular problem. Now, here is the honest truth. So LeetCode will not help you to build an particular application. It is also not going to teach you how to design a system. Also, it is not going to teach you in a lot of companies how the code is being written, right? So what exactly you are going to write in the code, right? It is also not going to teach you that, right? Then why tier 1 product-based company ask this particular LeetCode? Because it does a very, very important job. So once you start solving the problem, so it will develop a thinking ability or logical ability to solve any problem. So it will tell you how, if there is a bigger problem, so how can you break into a smaller problem and start thinking and solving a bigger problem. It actually increases your brain power, thought process, logical ability to solve any particular complex problem. And most importantly, it will help you to crack the interview. Okay, so during this journey, right, so when I solved 769 problems, approximately that, right, so I mean, the biggest shift I saw actually when I solved 150 problems, approximately 150 problems. So till my solving 150 problems, my improvement was going on, right? So that means I'm constantly learning something. I was just learning new topic and all. But after 150 problems, then I started seeing that, okay, my learning was getting slower. I was just learning same problem, maybe kind of like similar problem again and again. So this is called diminishing the return, right? So that means once you solve after a certain period of time, if you constantly keep on solving the problem, then you will see that, okay, you are not so much improving. So that's why this is very important that if you are preparing for the interview, take that 150 to 200 problem very importantly. Choose that very wisely. So solve the high quality problem for that particular 150 to 200 problem, right? Not just for the number, but the quality, right? So you need to make sure that you are choosing the quality problems. So I'm going to talk about few points which actually helped me, right? So first thing first, right? So that is consistency. Although I was taking long time for easy problems during that particular period of time, but still I was consistent. That means per day I'll spend maybe 2 hours during that particular time. So that means I'm going to sit for the 2 hours every day, right? So that was the consistency is the first thing. Second is that take 1 or 2 problems. Don't take 5-6 problems per day and maybe you will be exhausted. Take 1 or 2 problems. That is going to be enough. But make sure that you are doing it for a longer period of time. Every day solve 1 to 2 problems, right? And second point is, which is important, I was reviewing the problem. It is not like that, okay, I just solved, maybe every day I will keep on solving, every day I will keep on solving. In between every week, I will keep reviewing, right? So, what are the concepts I have studied, right? So, what are the new problems I have studied? What are the patterns I have learned? Or what is the things I have learned during this 1 week? Because if you don't revisit, then definitely we are human beings, we are going to forget, right? So, that's why this is very important. And next point, which is very important point, don't spend 2 to 3 hours for a single problem. That mistake I was doing. So don't spend 2 to 3 hours, right? So if it is a easy problem, so you can spend maybe 20 minutes, right? Maximum. And if you're not able to do that, you can look into the hint section. Don't jump into the solution or YouTube video. Look into the hint section. Try to see if you are able to figure it out. If you are not able to figure it out, look into the hints too. Most of the time, so LeetCode give you the option for the hints 2, 3 also. Try to go through hints. If you are still not able to understand, then jump into and read the solution, right? So don't watch the YouTube video. Read the solution. So that will improve your reading capability, understanding capability to a particular code. So if you are still not able to understand the code after looking into the solution, then maybe last step you can do that, okay, you are going to the YouTube video or somewhere, right, in the visual format. So what will happen if you consistently keep on doing this particular thing, whatever we discuss for a longer period of time, maybe 2 months, 3 months period of time, after solving 100 or 200 problems, so what will happen to you? Similar things will happen to you. You will be calm down, right? You will stop panicking. You will start visualizing the patterns also. And the problems which used to scare you, maybe that after a few months, you will see that it will make you laugh. Oh, this was the problem I was so scared of. So if you are struggling in LeetCode, right? So then keep on struggling, but make sure that you are following this procedure, right? So keep on struggling, keep on going, right? So that's the objective or the mantra of this particular thing, right? Keep on going over the period of time. So when you will look back the time and you will see, oh, these were my initial problems, you will start laughing. Oh, I was struggling like anything during this particular period. And if you are a senior engineer who want to crack product-based company interview, go ahead and book a one-to-one call with me where we'll sit together and create a personalized roadmap for you to crack the Mang interview. And if you want to see the truth about big tech interview in 2026, then click here, right? So here is the link of the particular video. You can go ahead and watch this.